Hey Virgo, this is your love reading for my Virgo singles and my Virgo couples. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for October 2020. Remember that this is for a wide group of people, so it may resonate, may not. And if it doesn't, check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs, but you can also book a personal reading, and all of my information will be in the description box down below. So we're going to get started first with the Virgo singles, okay? And bottom of the deck, soulmate, right? So there may be some soulmates like coming back to you this month, right? Some old past loves. Of course, we are in Virgo, not Virgo, but we're in Mercury retrograde, right? So they're going to come back, right? So these are not any people that have like any type of like self, like they don't have any like respect for you, right? Coming back and trying to reconcile the relationship, but you're not going to be giving them any of your time or attention. I don't see it. It's going to be like, you now right, that there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep the relationship going, right? You loving yourself first enough to not get into these situations where there's not enough attraction or chemistry because it's not working for you, right? So you have to put you first and do what's the best for you. Not getting into relationships just because somebody wants to be in a relationship with you, but because, hey, you want to get into a relationship because it's best for you, right? Best for both parties, right? So anybody coming back from the past, it seems like it's like unrequited and like the energy is just not going to be the same or returned. All right, and then you have Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck, right? So, baby, so you may be getting like, it's kind of like a sick baby, so I'm feeling like baby fever energy, right? So it's like you're kind of like maybe thinking about getting back with somebody, due to like that maybe, or you're like, okay, or you may have like what they call that, but your biological clock is ticking or whatever. But yeah, I don't see that working out. But for you, like the person, you need to clear your energy of your exes as well. Soul cutting ties, spiritual baths, forgive them and move on, right? Because divine timing is at play in your love life, right? So even if somebody did come back that you really like, it's probably not going to work right now because the divine's like, no, we want you to do something else. So make sure you go back and listen to your general reading because that's strongly came out there. All right, but you're coming to the end of a cycle, right? So you may be stepping out of the cycle where you were only receiving like unrequited love energy, right? But I feel like you may be going into a new cycle. And this new cycle is more so if you getting balance within yourself and you working on yourself more than you like actually stepping into a partnership. So, maybe when you, after you in this cycle of right, getting really strongly in balance with yourself, right, and who you are, and continuing to work on yourself, that they'll be able to, that you'll have like this better future in love. But right now it's a time that's strictly just for you. All right. So like, share, comment, subscribe. My single Virgos. All right. This is your October reading, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with my couples. Hey, Virgo couples. This is your love reading for October 2020 for my Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus couples. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, I have 13 cards come out there, so, maybe some stability and balance being brought back into the relationship, possibly, or your balance being shaken. All right, so bottom of the deck, engagement, and then we have wedding right up under that, right? So you may be married to somebody or may be leveling up in commitment, right? This person here, like your partner, very playful, very passionate, right? But it seems like you guys had to disconnect from the world, disconnect from each other possibly because there are some red flags coming up, right? Maybe some issues with communication, right? And the communication was feeling like the chemistry was not there, right? This may be somebody that has children or somebody that you guys want children with, right? And this is the romance of a lifetime. This may be the person you actually want to have children with, right? right? But it seems like there may have been some deception surrounding that, right? Or like deception surrounding the relationship, right? You tried to give the relationship a chance, right? But there was still some deceptive energy going on, right? This may have been part of your path, right? Especially this divine timing card coming out and calling in your soulmate, right? So you may have had some, things going on with a soulmate that had to be cleared up, like some karmic energy that had to be cleared up with the soulmate, or maybe your partner did, which caused their partner to act in a deceptive manner, because it was time for that to happen. But divine timing is at play in your love life, right? Besides those two cards, like the deception and the red flag, that may have been the red flag, right? Deception and communication issues and things like that, right? So, but I see here that your partner may be coming back asking for forgiveness, right? Because they learned their lesson, right? Or you may be forgiving somebody and letting them go, right? Possibly, right? You never know. It is Mercury retrograde, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, so 5 of Wands, right? Fighting energy, right? Going back and forth, arguments, was an argument, or argument, discussion, whatever, with high voices. It's part of like the learning process for you guys, right? As long as nobody is don't really try not to say any hurtful things that you can't take back in the argument, right? Arguments over love, or in relation, like to the relationship, for Virgos this month. Sorry to say, but there is also some forgiveness and learning, right? Some learning how to talk, how to communicate as a couple too. All right, so that is your October 2020 reading for my Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus couples. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in November.